Hey y'all, hey, welcome to But Also, the Real Talk podcast for real life moments. And if this is your first time tuning in with me, I'm your host, G Dazzle. Some of y'all know me as G Daz, but most of y'all just call me G, your girl, your friend, your sis who's here to keep it real with you. Now, this podcast is all about diving into life's real moments that don't always fit into a neat little box because life isn't always black and white. Here, we talk about the gray, so both sides of the coin, where true truths can exist, those yes and moments of life. Like, yay, it's the growth for me, but also, I thought I'd be further along than this. Here, we keep it light, we keep it real, and we keep it all the way honest. So you'll get some laughs, a couple of keys, and maybe even a moment or two where you be like, dang, G, you just gonna read my life like that? Yes. Yes, I am. Because we're all living the same life, boo, and that's okay. So whether you're out here trying to figure it all out or just trying to make it through today, I got you. So let's talk about the highs, the lows, and all of the messy moments in between. All right, y'all, let's get into it. Okay, y'all, today's episode, whoo, child, it is a word. We're talking about the middle. That in-between place where you're not who you used to be, but you're not quite who you're becoming either. The middle of the glow up, the thick of the transformation, the I'm doing the work, but I still feel a little lost season. So this one's called, but also I'm in the middle of a glow up and a breakdown. So let me start by saying this. The middle's messy. I'm calling a thing a thing. Nobody talks enough about the middle. And what middle am I talking about? The middle of healing, the middle of a goal, the middle of a dream, the middle of trying to love yourself better. Nobody talks about this part. We talk about starting. We love a good day one post, and we definitely talk about winning. The I did it moments. You start off strong, like, yeah, I'm finally doing the thing. You done bought a planner, you done joined the gym, you done blocked your ex, you're eating protein, doing your stretches, hydrating, and being that girl, being that dude. However, but then somewhere around week 3 or a month or two, it's like your progress takes a nap. Have you ever had one of those weeks where everything feels a little slightly off? Like you're showing up and you're doing your part, but nothing's clicking. Nothing's clicking. That, my friend, that's the middle, where the old habits fit, but the new ones haven't really fully kicked in. Where your mind knows where you're growing, but your feelings are like, ma'am, sir, are we sure? Are we sure we're doing this? And it's like standing in the hallway with all of the doors closed, no map, waiting for the GPS to kick in. And you just like, hello? Is somebody gonna come get me? Like, which one of these doors is about to open? Because my hand's on the handle. I'm ready, right? But here is what I've learned. The middle is not punishment. It's proof. It means you've moved. You've shifted. You're not where you're used to be. Even if you don't feel there yet, guess what, baby? You on your way. You are. So let's have a reflective moment. Pause for a second and ask yourself, what's your middle right now? Is it fitness, healing, confidence, career, health? Whatever it is, give yourself permission to name it. That's step 1. And to be honest, truthfully speaking, the glow up is actually kind of ghetto, for real. But it's worth it, right? Everybody wants the glow up, but nobody tells you it feels like your life is low-key falling apart while you're trying to glow up. You start changing your boundaries and suddenly people start acting funny. You try something new and you feel clumsy and a little bit awkward. You start showing up for yourself and you realize, whew, child, I've been tired for years. But because when you want different, you have to do and move different. And that's when the growth really comes in. Growth is uncomfortable. It's itchy. It stretches you. It challenges you. It's basically you're shedding old versions of yourself. And baby, they don't always go away quietly. They don't. They try to come back. They say, whoa, 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 wait. Like, hold on, wait a minute. We like the chaos. We like the contentment. It's comfy here. I'm cool with this. Let's come back to that old thing. We don't want to grow and stretch and move outside of the norm. We want to sit in this for a minute. But when that happens, that's when you have to remind yourself, no ma'am, no sir. We're not doing that anymore. No me, no way, no how. But also, just because it's uncomfortable doesn't mean that it's wrong. Just because it's slow doesn't mean that it's not working. And just because it's quiet doesn't mean that nothing is happening. It's that silent mover. There is nothing wrong with being in the middle of the glow up and the breakdown. In fact, they often show up together, to be honest, because the breakdown makes room for the glow up. You're not falling apart. You're falling into place. And even on a spiritual tip, you ever notice when things are around you, God has a way of moving people, places, and things, and you feel the shift, and He's framing that picture for you. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, those puzzle pieces start to fall in place. So like I said, you're not falling apart, you're falling into place. So what to do when you're in the middle? Now that we've named it, the bigger question is, what do you do when you're in the middle? Because listen, we're not just out here floating. We're not out here just cruising. We're not doing confusion with no direction. We're not out here just trying to wing it all the time. And if I had to put it in a list, I would say, here are 3 things that I come back to when I myself feel lost in the in-between, so to speak. And this is very, very helpful. 1, look back to move forward. Sometimes it's easy to forget how far that we've come. And I have to literally go back to look at old journals, old pictures, mindset stuff, videos, and just moments and go, wow, I really don't live there anymore. Or I'm really no longer in that space. Or that was so long ago, but I see that I have moved on from there. Even if I'm not quote unquote done, I'm not where I started. I'm not where I used to be. That's the part that we have to honor and recognize and give ourselves grace for. The second one, stay connected to the vision. Your why is your anchor. It's the thing that grounds you, that holds you down. So when the day-to-day feels a little fuzzy or feels out of whack, or even sometimes it's just like, what am I doing right now? What even am I doing? Return to your vision. Return to those thoughts, that mindset, the thing that is grounding you, so you can lift yourself back up. And the words that we speak are so powerful. So speak it, write it down, visualize it, write the vision, make it plain. Because your feelings will lie, but your vision, that's the truth right there. Okay. Let me think here. The third thing, and this is one that I really strongly urge to keep in mind, and it's okay. Take breaks without quitting. I'm going to pause for a second. Take breaks without quitting. You can pause. Give yourself permission to do so. You can rest. Remember, rest is productive. You can even cry it out, eat a snack, binge watch a show, lay down, take a nap, do whatever you need to, just as long as you don't give up on yourself. Not when you've already made it this far. And something that I constantly say to myself, I even have this saying as a screensaver on my laptop, is that I didn't come this far just to come this far. So it's okay to take a little pit stop here and there. It's okay to catch your breath, to get a little break, a little respite, but just keep going. because progress is progress no matter what it looks like, even if it's done imperfectly, right? You deserve to finish what you started, and it's okay to do so because you deserve, okay? And I say all this, let me be real with you for a second. I recorded this here episode because I needed to hear it too. Sometimes I feel like I have to have it all figured out to be inspiring or to be helpful or to make sure that I'm being impactful to whether it's a lot of you or just one of you making a difference. But then I take some time and then I remember that there is power in being honest about the middle, that there's power in transparency. Because all in all, that's where most of us are actually, for real, for real. And why? Just like in my intro, because we're all living the same life. It may not be a mirror reflection to the T, but our experiences, our emotions, our situations, we have all had those moments where we can relate and we have all felt and thought the same things. And so I even say all this to let you know that you're not alone in that. You're not. And whatever your middle looks like, that glow up, man, that glow up is crazy. It's a crazy, wild process. It really is. And you're not by yourself. You're not. So with anything, with all of these thoughts and these reflections here is what I want you to take away from today. That it's okay not to be at the finish line because you are in progress. And baby, that is more than enough. It is. And I want you to know and keep in mind and feel that no matter what, you are not broken. You are not lost. You are not late. You are not behind. You are in process. And that is enough. You are in the middle. And that is a holy, sacred, powerful place to be. And I say this one more time for the folks in the back. You are not behind. You're just becoming. So, with that, all right, y'all. That is a wrap on today's episode of But Also, the Real Talk podcast for real life moments. And if this episode spoke to you, made you laugh, made you pause, made you feel less alone, I'd love for you to share it. Tag me on Instagram at buttalso_podcast and let me know your thoughts and feelings. And if you haven't already, leave a review. It helps this little pod keep growing. And baby, we all deserve a good glow up, even if it's messy. Also, make sure to follow and subscribe on youtube.com/G Dazzle so you never miss an episode. So with that, thanks for kicking it with me today. And until next time, keep on keeping on, keep on thriving, keep on surviving, and embracing all of your moments. The good, the messy, the middle, and everything else in between. All right, until next time, y'all. I'll holla.